The internet is on fire tonight, and the story is one nobody saw coming, but everybody is talking about: Jim Jones physically attacking Cameron after a shocking leaked video of Chrissy hit the timeline. Fans are losing their minds. The Dipset legacy is in shambles. And social media has crowned Cameron the villain of this saga. But is he really to blame, or is Jim unraveling under pressure? Here's what went down hours ago. A blurry but damning video surfaced online, a clip that allegedly shows Chrissy in a compromising situation. Filmed years back and mysteriously dropped by an anonymous account. Within minutes, hashtags exploded. Hashtag protect Chrissy, hashtag Cam exposed, hashtag Jim snaps. And then it happened. Eyewitnesses say Jim confronted Cam face-to-face in Harlem. Things got heated. Words turned to shoves, and fists started flying. By the time security and fans tried to break it up, Jim was seen screaming, "You violated my family." But here's the kicker. Fans are split right down the middle. Some are convinced Cameron leaked the tape for clout or revenge over Dipset's fractured brotherhood. Others say Jim is spiraling, blaming Cam for a video he didn't even release. To make matters worse, an insider claims there's more footage set to drop, and it could destroy reputations, marriages, and friendships forever. This isn't just a fight. This is a bomb exploding inside hip-hop history. And the fallout has only just begun. The night began like any other in Harlem, but by midnight, the streets were buzzing, phones were lighting up, and the name Jim Jones was trending in ways nobody saw coming. The chaos started with one anonymous Twitter account posting a 47-second clip, grainy, shaky, but unmistakable. The video appeared to show Chrissy Lampkin, Jim's longtime partner, in a private moment from years ago, caught in a compromising scene at a VIP lounge. The clip spread like wildfire within minutes. TikTok edits, Instagram reposts, and shady blogs rushed to circulate it, blurring her face, but leaving enough evidence for fans to connect the dots. The hashtag Chrissy leak skyrocketed within an hour. The first wave of shock quickly turned into fury. Fans immediately pointed the finger at one man, Cameron. Why? Because of the long, messy, complicated history between Jim and Cam. The Dipset brotherhood, once unbreakable, had fractured years ago under the weight of money disputes. Egos and women caught in the crossfire. Cam had thrown subliminals at Chrissy before, hinting that she had been around the crew. Old interviews resurfaced where he shaded Jim for being blinded by love. With this video leak, fans were convinced Cam finally crossed the line and exposed Chrissy to humiliate Jim. But it wasn't just speculation. Hours after the leak, a burner Instagram account tagged Cameron's name directly in a post, captioned, "Funny how the truth always comes out." Screenshots flooded Twitter. Some claimed it was Cam's own camp trying to stir things up. Others swore it was Jim's rivals piling on fuel. Either way, by dawn, the internet had already declared Cam guilty in the court of public opinion, and then things escalated in real life by mid-afternoon. Jim Jones pulled up in Harlem. Word spread that he knew where Cam was hanging out. Eyewitnesses say Jim arrived heated, his voice already raised before he even got inside the venue. Security tried to keep him back, but Jim stormed through. Cameras caught fragments of what happened next. Jim shoving Cam pushing back, and then fists flying. A shaky video uploaded to Snapchat shows Jim screaming, "You violated my family," while trying to swing again, restrained by 3 people at once. The crowd around them erupted, with some cheering Jim on, others begging them to stop before it turned into a full-blown street brawl. The fight was broken up, but not before the damage was done. Clips of the altercation went viral within the hour, overshadowing the original Chrissy video. Now, the headlines weren't just about the leak. They were about Jim versus Cam. Dipset's implosion and Harlem streets buzzing with betrayal. Fans went into overdrive. Hashtag Jim snaps trended alongside hashtag Cam exposed old. Dipset photos were plastered with memes, captioned "Brotherhood dead," and thousands debated whether this was karma, payback, or the ultimate sign that the crew was done for good. But here's where things got Darker. Leaks started piling up. One alleged text thread circulated showing Chrissy pleading with Jim, "Don't do this online. Please. Handle it privately." Another leak claimed to be a voicemail from Cam himself, where his voice is heard laughing. "It ain't me. Don't blame me for what you can't control." Blogs ate it up. Fans argued over authenticity and the chaos doubled. Meanwhile, Chrissy stayed completely silent. No posts, no lives, no statements. Her silence became its own weapon. Fans demanded to hear from her, while trolls flooded her old posts with snake emojis and comments like "caught slipping." And then came the celebrities. Cardi B jumped on Twitter with a cryptic tweet. "Men always mad at the wrong one. SMH." Funk Flex reposted the fight video with the caption, "Harlem needs a sit-down ASAP." Even 50 Cent chimed in, joking. First they fighting over verses, now they fighting over Chrissy. This is crazy. But underneath the jokes, the tone was clear. This was bigger than gossip. This was personal. Inside sources close to Jim whispered to blogs that the attack wasn't just about the video. They claimed Jim had been warned for weeks that someone was planning to expose Chrissy. But he brushed it off as cloud chasing. The moment the video dropped, Jim snapped, and when Cam's name got attached, it was the final straw. The fallout grew worse when an anonymous account uploaded a still image, a screenshot allegedly from the full video with the caption, "This ain't even the half of it. Full footage drops Friday." Fans collectively lost it. Was the short clip just the beginning? Did someone have hours of footage stashed away, waiting to destroy Chrissy and Jim's image completely? Theories swirled. Some believed Cam had nothing to do with it, and that this was the work of producers trying to create a storyline for love and hip-hop. Others thought it was Chrissy's old acquaintances getting revenge. But the loudest group online pinned it all on Cam, saying he was the only one with motive, history, and guts to drop something this explosive. As the night went on, Jim posted one cryptic Instagram story, a black screen with the words "Family First. Everything else can die." Fans interpreted it as a declaration of war. Meanwhile, Cam stayed cool. He posted a photo of himself laughing with the caption, "Don't believe everything you see." That only enraged Jim's supporters further, who saw it as mockery. The comment section exploded with thousands of fans demanding he clear his name or admit the truth. But the biggest twist came from Chrissy's side. Around midnight, an insider account posted what they claimed was a DM from Chrissy to a close friend. The message read, "It's not what it looks like." But Jim believes what he wants to believe. That single line flipped the internet upside down. If Chrissy wasn't denying the video, what did that mean? If she admitted it wasn't what it looked like, then what is it? Fans dissected every word, screenshots went viral, and podcasts jumped on the mystery, each trying to decode her intentions. By morning, fans were firmly split. One side stood by Jim, praising him for defending Chrissy's honor and attacking anyone who disrespected his family. Another side argued Cam was innocent, that Jim overreacted, and that Chrissy owed everyone an explanation. And a third camp, perhaps the loudest, demanded the full video, insisting that until it dropped, nobody could be trusted. Nobody could be trusted. And then came the cliffhanger. A burner account uploaded a cryptic teaser, a blurry thumbnail of what looked like a second video. The caption read, "Friday, midnight. The truth about Chrissy. Stay tuned." The comments section erupted. Fans begged for the leak, while others panicked, warning that Jim's temper might spiral out of control if more evidence came out. Some even tagged Chrissy, urging her to get ahead of it before her entire reputation was destroyed. One thing was certain, the Chrissy leak wasn't over. It was just beginning. And with Jim and Cam already trading blows, the next reveal threatened to destroy everything Dipset had left. Friday night. Midnight. The entire internet was glued to their phones. The mysterious burner account that promised the truth about Chrissy had thousands refreshing their feeds. waiting for the drop. And when it came, it didn't disappoint, it detonated. The full video wasn't just a longer version of the grainy clip. It was 2 minutes of crystal clear footage from what looked like a backroom lounge in a Harlem nightclub. Chrissy could be seen laughing, drinking, and leaning in close to a man that fans immediately identified as an old promoter tied to Dipset's crew. While the video never crossed into explicit territory, the body language, the whispers, Scud, and the fact that Chrissy was engaged in such an intimate moment with someone who wasn't Jim sent shockwaves. The final frame, her kissing the man's cheek as he whispered something in her ear, was enough to send social media into meltdown. Twitter erupted within seconds. Hashtag Chrissy Exposed became the #1 trend nationwide. Memes flooded the timeline, side-by-side comparisons of Jim looking heartbroken next to Chrissy's blurry still from the clip. TikTok creators dissected every frame, slowing down the footage, zooming in on hand placements, claiming to hear secret words in the audio. Some swore they heard the man say, "Cam, don't need to know." Others argued it was edited. But for fans, the damage was done. Jim Jones responded in real time. Within an hour, he went live on Instagram, face red, pacing back and forth, his voice trembling between anger and heartbreak. "Y'all trying to break me, huh? Y'all want to play with my family? You think I don't know who's behind this? Cam, you a clown. You crossed the line this time." The live racked up over 200,000 viewers before Jim abruptly ended it, slamming his phone down as someone off camera shouted at him to calm down. But Cameron didn't stay silent either. Just 2 hours later, he posted a video of his own. Sitting in his car, smirking, he said, "Y'all really think I got time to leak some old tape? Jim always want to make me the bad guy. Bro, control your girl, control your life. Don't drag me into this mess." He ended the clip with his trademark laugh. And within minutes, the comment section was flooded with fans calling him cold-hearted, petty, and guilty by association. The tension between Jim and Cam spiraled into an all-out war. Street rumors spread that Jim's crew was actively hunting down anyone tied to the leak, while Cam doubled down with subliminal posts. One meme he shared had Dipset's logo with the caption, "Betrayal starts at home." Fans interpreted it as Cam mocking Jim for being betrayed by Chrissy. Meanwhile, Chrissy's silence was deafening. Not a word, not a statement. But her old posts kept resurfacing, fans dissecting every caption, every look she gave Jim on Love and Hip Hop. One clip of her begging Jim to propose years ago went viral again, with fans commenting, "20 years wasted." Another clip of Jim hesitating during a reunion special had people writing, "This is why she moved on." And then came the real bombshell leaked messages. The Shade Room posted screenshots allegedly showing Chrissy messaging a close friend. It was a mistake. It was never supposed to get out. Jim will never forgive me if he believes it. Whether real or fabricated, the screenshots blew the story wide open. Fans who defended Chrissy were suddenly divided. Some said she admitted guilt. Others said it was just another doctored leak meant to stir chaos. But the story didn't stop there. Within hours, an audio recording surfaced. The voice on the tape, sounding like Cameron, was laughing and saying, "You think Jim ain't gonna find out? Let him. That's on him and her." Blogs went crazy. Was this proof that Cam orchestrated the leak? Or just another fake audio planted to fan the flames? Nobody could tell. By Saturday morning, the streets of Harlem were buzzing. Eyewitnesses claimed Jim's people had rolled up to a studio where Cam was working, but Cam had already dipped. Other reports said Cam's crew was gearing up to protect him if Jim pushed further. The Dipset Brotherhood had officially turned into a battlefield. With the internet acting as the loudest audience in the world, celebrities jumped in again. Remy Ma posted on Instagram, "It's always the women who get dragged when men can't control their own houses." Cardi B tweeted, "Y'all men want to fight each other but leave the girl to deal with the shame SMH." Even Fat Joe commented during an IG Live, "I hope these brothers work it out. This ain't it. Harlem don't need this." But fans weren't buying the peace talk. They wanted blood, receipts, and closure. That night, Jim posted another story, this time a close-up of a black binder filled with papers. He captioned it, "Receipts coming. Don't play with me." The internet exploded. Was Jim about to expose Chrissy? Was he about to drop dirt on Cam? Nobody knew, but everyone waited. And just when the internet thought it couldn't get messier, another burner account dropped a single photo. Chrissy sitting at a dinner table, holding hands with the same man from the leaked video. The caption, 2019 proof she's been moving different. The backlash was immediate. Fans flooded Chrissy's page with snake emojis, while others defended her, pointing out that the photo could have been innocent, taken out of context, or completely fake. Still, the image spread like wildfire. Blogs ran with it, YouTubers uploaded Chrissy exposed timeline breakdowns. And even mainstream outlets started covering the Dipset drama. The cliffhanger came late. Saturday night when Jim went live again. Holding up a stack of papers, he looked directly into the camera and said, "Y'all want the truth? Fine, tomorrow night, I'm dropping everything. Emails, texts, contracts. Y'all gonna see who really been moving foul? Cam, Chrissy, y'all better be ready." Fans lost their minds. Was Jim about to drag Chrissy? Was he about to out Cam for orchestrating the leak? Or both? The comment section filled with wild theories. Some swore Jim was going to prove Cam leaked the footage to ruin him. Others thought he'd reveal. Chrissy had been playing him for years. A few believed Jim's receipts might backfire, exposing him instead. Whatever the truth, one thing was certain. The saga had reached a boiling point. The internet is now holding its breath, waiting for Jim's so-called receipts. If what he claims is true, it could destroy Chrissy's image, Cam's credibility, and even Jim's own legacy all at once. And if it's not, Jim risks becoming the biggest clown Harlem has ever seen. Sunday night, all eyes were on Jim Jones. For 48 hours straight, Harlem, hip-hop blogs, and social media had been on fire. The Chrissy leak was already viral. The fight with Cam had become a meme. And now Jim was teasing that he had receipts that would blow the story wide open. Fans weren't just curious. They were hungry for destruction. At 9 p.m. sharp, Jim went live. Over 300,000 tuned in instantly, a record-breaking number for his account. He sat in a dimly lit studio, binder on the table, stacks of papers beside him. His face was hard, his voice calm but shaking with fury. "Y'all wanted the truth. Let's talk about it." He opened the binder, holding up pages of what he claimed were emails. The first bombshell. Messages between Cameron and a known Harlem promoter, the same man in the leaked Chrissy video. In one email, Cam allegedly wrote, "If this gets out, Jones will lose his mind. He can't handle the truth. Push the footage. Let him drown." Gasps flooded the comments. Was this proof Cam orchestrated the leak? But Jim didn't stop. He played a voicemail, scratchy but clear, where a voice sounding like Cam laughed and said, "Jimmy gone fold when he sees his queen moving foul. We've gone see who really the boss." The chat went insane. Hashtag Cam set up Jim started trending immediately. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. Jim pulled out text messages between Chrissy and the same promoter from 2018. Screenshots showed Chrissy writing, "Jim won't ever change. I won't ever change. I can't keep waiting. Maybe I made the wrong choice." The replies from the promoter were blurred, but the implication was obvious. Chrissy had been emotionally leaning on this man for years. The live chat exploded. Fans flooded the comments with heartbreak emojis, snake emojis, and demands for Chrissy to tell the truth. Some begged Jim to stop humiliating her. Others cheered him on for finally exposing what they called 20 years of wasted loyalty. But Jim wasn't finished. He slammed the binder shut and leaned into the camera. "Cam, you tried to play me. Chrissy, you let them use you. But understand this, I ain't the victim. I'm the villain now. And y'all created me. With that, he ended the live. The internet detonated within minutes. Clips of the live spread everywhere. YouTubers uploaded reaction videos. TikTokers reenacted Jim's dramatic binder slam. And Twitter turned the entire saga into a digital war. Fans picked sides. Hashtag Team Jim praised him for exposing betrayal and refusing to stay silent. Chrissy deserves better. Argued, Jim humiliated her instead of handling it privately. Cam dirty accused Cam of being the puppet master behind the leak. And then the unthinkable happened at midnight. Cameron went live, sitting in his kitchen, sipping wine. He smirked. Jimmy, you really think I need to leak your girl's old tape to stay relevant? You drowning on your own. Keep my name out your mouth before I drop the real receipts. I got proof you ain't been faithful either. He held up his own phone, flashing a blurred screenshot of what looked like text messages from another woman connected to Jim. The crowd watching his live went wild. Now it wasn't just Chrissy under fire, it was Jim. By dawn. Another burner account posted a blurry video allegedly showing Jim in Miami with two women who weren't Chrissy. The caption, "Don't throw stones in a glass house." The internet lost it. Memes of Jim's binder were edited with captions like "Receipts expired." Fans who once cheered Jim were now dragging him for hypocrisy. Meanwhile, Chrissy finally broke her silence. She posted a black and white photo of herself with the caption, "I will not be destroyed by lies. My truth is mine to tell." Within an hour, it had 500,000 likes. Celebrities flooded her comments with support. Kimbella wrote, "Stand tall, sis." Cardi B left a string of heart emojis. Even Mama Jones, surprisingly, commented, "Chrissy, you know I warned him. Do you?" That alone sent fans spiraling. VH1 couldn't resist. The official Love and Hip Hop page posted a teaser, uncut reunion special. Jim vs. Cam, Chrissy tells all. Coming soon. The clip showed Chrissy storming off set, Jim pacing backstage, and Cam laughing in the green room. Fans accused the network of exploiting real pain for ratings. But nobody looked away. And just when it seemed like the chaos couldn't escalate any further, another leak hit. An anonymous Twitter account posted a letter, allegedly from Chrissy to Jim, dated 2020. In it, she wrote, "I begged you to marry me, to choose me, but you chose the streets. Don't be surprised when I find love where I'm wanted." Whether real or fake, the letter broke the internet. It reframed Chrissy not as a cheater, but as a woman tired of waiting. Hashtag Justice for Chrissy started trending. By Sunday night, the narrative had completely flipped. Jim looked like the aggressor. Cam looked messy but untouchable. And Chrissy looked like the woman who survived 20 years of love, loyalty, and limbo only to reclaim her power at the end. But the true final twist came from the burner account that started it all. Just before deleting its profile, it dropped one last post, a shadowy image of Cam, Jim, Kay and Chrissy together in 2012. Captioned, "They all knew. Don't let them fool you." Fans immediately speculated that all three had been complicit in keeping secrets, that the drama was deeper than cheating or loyalty, that it was about control, power, and betrayal at the core of Harlem's most iconic crew. And then silence. The burner vanished. No more leaks. No more receipts. Just the wreckage left behind. By Monday morning, fans were left asking the real question. Was this all real, or was it the biggest, most orchestrated setup in Love and Hip Hop history? Did Jim attack Cam out of raw emotion, or was it all a storyline gone too far? And most importantly, was Chrissy the victim, the villain, or the queen who finally walked away on her own terms? No matter the truth, one thing was certain. Harlem would never be the same again. And now you see it. Harlem in flames. Loyalty shredded, friendships destroyed. And a love story that took 20 years dangling by a single thread. Jim threw his binder down like a gauntlet. Cam smirked with his own so-called receipts. And Chrissy. She walked through the fire and somehow came out standing taller, leaving fans divided and desperate for answers. But don't get it twisted, this is not the end. The burner account's final cryptic post proves that there are deeper secrets still buried, and when they surface, they could rewrite everything we thought we knew. So here's the question. Whose side are you on? Are you riding with Jim, the broken man who refuses to be played? Are you backing Chrissy, the woman reclaiming her power after decades of waiting? Or do you think Kamran is the puppet master, pulling strings and laughing while Harlem burns? Drop your rawest thoughts in the comments right now. I'm talking essays, theories, wild predictions. Because you already know this storm is far from over. And if you've been glued to every leak, every clapback, every cryptic post, then you cannot afford to miss what's coming next. Hit that like button to keep this story alive, smash subscribe, and turn your notifications on because the next bombshell could drop at any moment. And when it does, you'll want to be the first to witness it. This isn't gossip anymore. This is history unfolding in real time. Don't blink. Don't blink.